I just love the character that you play in this movie. He's so sympathetic, and he's under so much stress from all sides to try to get these miners out, and he never gives up. Did you meet the man that your character is based on?
Yes. I had a meeting with him before I started shooting. It wasn't a long meeting, but it was very helpful. I actually didn't have to portray his behavior or personality. He wasn't like a well-known person in the beginning of the whole process. But I was very interested in learning about his internal experience, what happened, the conflicts, his doubts, how many nights he didn't sleep, or when something happened, what did he feel? So it was very helpful because he did tell me a lot of things that, in a human level, that were very important for me.
When this was playing out in real life, I think the whole world was watching. Were you aware of it?
Yes, I was watching. I was, one of the 1 billion people all over the world. I was one of them.
And so when you got the script, what did you think? Did you think immediately?
Well, first I heard it was going to become a movie. I said, well, okay, I understand that, but let's see what's the take on the story. And then I met the producer, Mike Medavoy, and it seemed to be a very interesting, take on it. And then Patricia, and then what they did was they interviewed the miners, because this film is made with the cooperation of the miners and their families and everybody else. So they interviewed them, their families, the rescuers. So it became so human in a way. It was just personal. It wasn't about the event. It was about the people and the miners and their families. And then it became very, very interesting. I was right away, I just said, well, this is something that I want to be part of. At first, they were talking about having myself playing one of the miners, and then it changed the whole process, like scripts, change all the time, and then they offered me the Minister of Mining, which to me was very, very interesting. I just liked the transformation that this man goes through, and in my opinion, becoming a real politician. That's what happens with this man.
You did an amazing job with this character.
Thank you.
The actors playing Chileans are from several different nationalities. You've got a French actress and an Irish actor. Who had the most difficulty with that Chilean accent?
Well, what they decided to do was to have all of us finding a neutral, sort of accent. We didn't try to do the Chilean accent. We tried to do what we call the Chilean accent, which is putting everybody in the same tone and in the same accent. So we worked with something that is very close to the Chilean accent, and we have, Juliette, Binoche, which is French, I'm Brazilian, then Antonio Banderas, who's Spanish, Gabriel Byrne, who's Irish. So we have people from all over the world, and we worked to have this one, so we don't sound different from each other, and I think that was the main goal. And I think the reason that they cast very internationally is because this was a worldwide event. The whole world is a phenomenon. The coverage, the press, it's incredible what they actually, the attention that it drew from all over the world. So I think it was on purpose that they decided to make an international, world-wide sort of like cast as well.
Absolutely. I remember seeing it on TV, and I'm sure most people remember it. It was just such a phenomenal circumstance. I just have time for one last question. What can we look forward to seeing you in next? Currently I'm working on a new series for HBO called Westworld. Which will be released next year, 2016. And there's a couple of films coming out. There's one in February called Jane Got a Gun with Natalie Portman. It's a Western. And then Ben-Hur, which will come, I just heard, next August, I think. It's a new point of view on the classic novel, Ben-Hur. Well, looking forward to seeing you in those. Thank you so much for talking to us today.